Welcome to Chasing the Muse. This is Broomwatr. I'm here with Matt, Stylie. What's up, Matt?
What's going on?
And we've got a couple really awesome guests today. I've got the well-known, renowned Lydia Brownfield in here with us.
Hi.
And her husband slash co-conspirator in all musical endeavors, Jeff Dalrymple.
Dalrymple, yep.
Nice.
Yep,
Welcome. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to meet you. So I'm going to give a bio and then we'll kind of get going on some stuff. So Lydia Brownfield is a singer, songwriter, producer, and storyteller, and has been in Ohio for more than 3 decades doing those things. She's an Ohio native, and she was raised on the west side of Columbus and seasoned by a decade in Atlanta's indie scene with creatively charged years in New York, where she wrote tons of killer songs and really, learned her craft. A lot of people have likened her voice to Alison Krauss or Sinead O'Connor. She's got a beautiful, sort of semi-haunting voice. And her catalog is sort of all over, stretching from alternative folk and Americana to power pop and punk. She's a badass. She gives comparisons to edgy storytellers like P.J. Harvey and Tori Amos. I saw Tori once. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's awesome live. So you can get more information about Lydia at lydiabrownfieldmusic.com. Back here in Columbus, Lydia fronts an intimate duo with husband guitarist Jeff Dalrymple. Jeff, you're an accomplished musician on your own right, and we'll talk about that a bit. Lydia also leads Albatross City, sort of a live immersive performance experience that maybe we can get into a little bit. And you guys have had a lot of success in the music industry, and we're really excited to have you here, so welcome.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What a nice intro.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to say more, but, I could gush all day.
Yeah, nice.
So I shared with you before I have a musical and lyrical crush on you, Lydia. I found you, and I chased you on email, and you responded, and I was able to feature some of your stuff on my website.
Yeah.
And I've just always loved the stories that you tell and the pictures that you paint with your words. And,
Thank you.
And you have this amazing ability to match the words to the music and the tone and the feel. And Jeff is sort of the back part of that, right?
He's the front part.
He's the got it.
I don't know.
Brains and beauty.
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
that's exactly right.
So you mentioned.
Audio only.
yeah, exactly. They'll never know the difference.
That's right.
So you mentioned you guys started playing together first before you became a couple, right?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, it's a very sordid tale.
Ooh, I'm so glad I am.
Yeah, so I was married,
Uh-huh.
and we started playing together, and it was just an unbelievable magic that was happening.
Sure.
And so I had to divorce my husband and and marry him.
And it was
So,
just like you just knew it?
and it was it's I mean, when you hear us together playing music together, it's just, to me, it's like obvious.
That's
like
awesome.
there's just no other person that I could be doing this with.
That's so amazing. Well, the theme of tonight's show is connection, which you clearly have in multitudes. And, there's a lot of things we think about when we're talking about art and music connection. Matt and I talk about this a lot, the connection with your audience, the connection with your own music, with your bandmates if you're playing with folks. So I wanted to ask you first, Lydia, then maybe Matt and Jeff can chime in. When you think of music and connection, what comes to your mind first?
Well, what comes to my mind first is the difference between the connection now versus the connection from the 90s.
Sure.
When I started playing in the 90s.
Totally.
Because in the 90s, there was no connection. Like, you were just, you know, doing your thing, and it was like, fuck you to everybody else, you
Yeah.
know? And, like, you didn't
Yeah.
make eye contact, you didn't look at anybody, you just did your thing, and everybody loved you.
Right.
And you were mysterious. It was a
Totally.
mystery, the whole thing.
It's fascinating. I never thought of it like
And now it's like, you can't do that shit
that.
now.
No,
Like,
because you were playing at them and almost.
yeah,
just
and now it's
slamming
like
them.
you have to bring them in,
Right.
and it's difficult
It's hard.
because
Yeah.
when I first started playing music, I liked that. I liked not talking to anyone and just
Totally.
you know. But now, I mean, I've spent 35 years getting better at performing my songs, but I haven't gotten any better with like speaking
So
to people.
entertaining,
Like-
entertainment versus
So,
performance.
yeah, but I mean, it's been a really hard road to get over that stage fright of even playing. So now I'm really focused on getting over that by just speaking.
Right.
'Cause
Which
it's a whole
is
different
funny
thing.
Because
Right.
I'm the opposite. I could speak in front of 2,000 people and I'd be nervous, but I could do it. But to play music in front of them, I would die. I think I would. You know?
It's the opposite for me.
It's
It's so
interesting.
weird.
But you did have stage fright early on?
Oh my God, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and mostly, you know, as far as that mystery thing goes, it was convenient for me to not look or talk to anybody because I would just throw up.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, the
if I
nerves
had
were
to,
just
like,
too much.
you know, say anything to anyone, I couldn't do it.
So that style of music was probably helpful
Oh, it
for
was.
you.
Yeah,
Huh.
that was one good, you know, reason I sort of fell in love with the punk scene.
Yeah. What about you, Matt? I'm just curious what comes to mind for you.
Connection.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, what you said, like with playing kind of at people versus playing and having them kind of come into your world just by what you sound like, I would say that was very common. I mean, I'm assuming we all grew up without cell phones, right? So it's like
Yeah.
the only thing that was there was if I was playing guitar, then my friends could kind of gather around and listen, and it was like that's what we did.
Yeah.
And now, like bringing people into it, like I actually did research on how to like entertain a crowd, and they were giving me all these ideas of like, you know, when you're looking out at the crowd, like you don't know if that couple's been out in 6 months, year, whatever, you know, they came out there to see you for whatever reason. So they say things like that are like, well, what brings you out tonight, or things like that, and like ask the people that. And then other things they said was like if there's a lot of people, to look at their forehead and they think they're looking at you.
Yeah, yeah. That's good
Yeah,
advice.
that-
You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
So there's
Yeah.
all these real interesting things, but I think the connection between being able to talk to a crowd is an important thing. And with my band, that's the breaks. It's new because I just picked up a new drummer and we've been working. But my old drummer, him and I had worked on this bantering thing, and so we would literally just chat back and forth.
Will burn up the night. We'll decorate the moon with candles and a song, with cigarettes for light beneath our covered eyes. We'll feel the fire burn. We'll feel the fire. Shadows fall underneath the water. Catch the flashing light.
So I want to talk, Lydia, about your progression, your genesis as an artist. Are there times where you felt you had like an audience that you were just really connected with, and like, you know, was it like a big venue kind of thing, or was it someone's bar mitzvah or like a wedding? You know, like I'm just
Yeah.
curious, as an artist, where the experiences
Well,
have resonated.
it's always been at a smaller venue.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of large venues just out of luck.
Well,
you
you've
know?
opened for some big names.
Yeah.
Indigo Girls, right? Who else have you opened
Yeah,
for?
and Peter Case and Sean Mullins,
Yeah.
all in Atlanta at the at Eddie's Attic. That
Okay.
was a
Which one?
kind of a
You
big.
did that theater too.
Oh yeah, and I did the Variety Theater, opened for Loudon Wainwright the third there.
So small venues.
Small venues, especially like house parties and
Yeah.
things like that. And, you know, when I can get over my nerves, because I still have like horrible
Really?
nerves, you know, with it.
That makes you so much cooler and braver. 'Cause you know, like,
Well,
It's hard,
yeah,
right?
it is. It's like, and I've been fighting it forever, you
Yeah,
know,
and-
and I have gotten better, you know, and I feel like some days are better than others, you know.
Sure.
But the small venues, like house concerts, especially, where people are actually paying attention and like listening, and you know, and you're telling them about the songs, and you're, you know, that's really like the best and the worst, because you know everyone's looking at you, like,
Right.
like what are you looking at?
Totally.
You know, so you know, it's a little nerve-wracking, but as far as connection goes, I think that's the best.
But you've
That's
mainly
awesome.
been able to kind of do all this with your original music.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't really do a whole lot of covers.
Well, when we do like we do shows like entertainment shows, and so we do shows that are all covers.
Okay, so you still have to do that side of it
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, because I do a lot of that.
Yeah, I throw in originals
Sure.
too, but then I start thinking like I want people to come to a show to hear my originals, so I don't want to just throw them out in a free, you know, like a free 3 hour thing.
Right. I'll throw mine in there too, but I tend not to play them ever because I'm like you, like write it and forget about it and go on to the next one.
Well, and I never stop working on them.
Right.
Like, and I have everything recorded, and I change it anyway. It's like,
I would do that too.
Yeah,
I-
it's just-
I'm not good at ending. I'm great at starting stuff and like getting, but like to finish it and say it's done, it's like.
Yeah, I need
overwhelming.
Brian in my life. He's like, you can finish that, man.
Yeah, I just write his ass.
well, I
and
write
gets
it and I
annoying.
finish it, and
That's
then I
good.
go, that's not quite right, and then I change it. And
Right.
one I changed like a whole.
Completely.
I had a video for the old one. I had a whole thing. It was like I spent a lot of money on it, getting it recorded,
Really?
and then I was like, that doesn't quite work.
What song
And so
is
then
it? What song
it's
is it?
called Broken.
I love that song.
Yeah, I
Whatever
love it
version
now.
you've heard.
That's the updated version
Okay.
of it.
I was just
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah, and I took the video down because now there were two versions of it, and I didn't want there to be two, so I took that down. And
Was the original like slower?
no, it
No.
just the words were different. So
It was formatted a little bit different.
yeah,
so-
the words in the first one were a little too. It didn't do what it was supposed to do, and so I changed it to sound like it was more fierce, like she got out of the relationship rather than it was happening to her. And
Got you.
like
Okay.
it needed to have that like solid fuck you at the
Yeah.
end of it, you know.
Which is, I love that part. I like that message of that song. I think it's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love your music. Wind Song and Cigarette Smoke. I
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
love that one.
Oh, thanks.
I think My Paradise was the
My
one
Paradise.
that I heard on 90.5.
Yeah,
That kinda was
they
like-
played it out a lot.
Then they said you were local, and I was like, that's amazing.
Nice.
Well, I have a little fun action we can try, and if it's a train wreck, we just won't put it in.
Right?
But I thought we'd mess around with, we've got two songwriters here. I haven't told you any of this. I love messing with him.
It's like,
He's easy though. He's
huh?
like laid back. This won't be hard. So I'm thinking each of you take a minute just to write down a short phrase or idea about something you'd like to write about for a song, or have been thinking about writing. And then just write down the concept. Doesn't necessarily have to be lyrics or anything like that. Just an idea for a song. And then he'll read his to you, and maybe you can share what comes to your mind about it, like how you would approach that song or what comes up first. Not necessarily telling each other how to write it, just what comes out of the ether.
Uh-huh.
You want to try that?
Sure.
Awesome. So let's do it. You guys take a.
Homes, zombies, swimming naked through school of fish, poison, voodoo, and ghosts that wait for me. asleep. Faulty wiring, what a way to go. Death by electrocution of everything out there. Of all the
We're pulling from the elements, you know, and especially in the poetic
Yeah.
parts
Right.
of our songs, you know, those things tend to be like, you know, it's either fire or water or, you know,
Wind.
smoke or
Yeah.
wind or,
Interesting.
you know.
Mine always, I call it the pheromones, I guess. It's when I see, like, I always talk about and sing about, like, spark of meeting somebody new.
Yeah.
We have this
That's
internal
cool.
conflict because he loves to write about happy, kind of sexy songs, and I'm like sad or hardcore.
Right.
Or,
He
you
sent
know?
me something because he completely flipped it around. I was like, man, that is, you just took the song from happy to like.
I know. Like throw a minor chord in there,
Come
man.
on.
We got
Oh,
some
yeah,
ballad.
right.
So his challenge is happy songs, and mine's maybe major
Make him
chords.
sad. He's got a great voice for sad songs. He's always so happy.
I'm happy. But it's fun to write.
So elements, I like it. You know, and I struggle with like I find that fire and those words come up a lot when I write, and it's so hard to say those things in a different way because everybody says fire every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Elements
the
is
fun
interesting.
part, though. It's like coming up with something that says fire without saying fire.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
I think that's.
So like, what's the, you know, the chemical name of fire? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might
But
be
like,
too hard, but
we have a song called "Into the Falls." He pretty much the first song that we not wrote together. He wrote the music and gave it to me, and I was like, I have the words already.
I love
Like
that.
I listened
Isn't
to it
that
and I
weird?
go, I know that song, and here's
That's
the
awesome.
words.
isn't that weird?
And
Wait, did you write the words right then, or you had them?
no, I
already?
wrote the words right then.
Oh,
It's like
that's
I knew
amazing.
the words.
Nice.
It's like it all
That's
just
happened
came.
a couple times.
Yeah,
to
the
me.
puzzle just went. And
Sometimes it doesn't do that so fast.
yeah,
It's
and
like
so
hours
we
without
tried
one.
for I don't know how many months to just get that song exactly right. We were recording my the record "Warnings for Sinners,"
Yeah.
and it's like an EP or whatever, and that was like the song that we really spent all of our time on to just get it perfect.
That's awesome.
And there's so many lines in that song of like elements, and it's like sirens fill the distance, and skipping our stones, all breaking the
Oh, yeah, I
silence.
know that song.
All
I've heard
breaking
that.
the silence, only deep water knows.
Yes.
Which is like such
I know
a.
what song you're
I
talking
just
about.
love that.
I didn't know the name. I don't
Yeah.
always know the names, but
It's called Into the Falls. So it's like those kinds of just. I don't know. I just love that.
and the music kind of flows with the feeling.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah, that's great. I love that. So that will be. Can you send us that song? And
Oh,
we'll
sure.
Put it as
Yeah.
a track after this.
Yes.
So we've got sort of an elemental song. The back tattoo thing, I mean, it's a very. I see this woman sort of in sunshine in a window with this
Yeah,
beautiful
because
what
I'm
is
getting
the
a
tattoo?
snake. I am envisioning a snake.
See,
on the
that's.
back.
I think the cool thing would be like you never know what the tattoo is. The whole
In
song
this
is
situation,
about,
I wasn't seeing it 100%, but the flow. Just 'cause
But
I'm
you know what
getting-
else is kind of cool is that you never see the front of the woman's face.
Oh,
So you
right.
don't know who. I mean, maybe
Who she
she's.
is.
or
Maybe
if
she's
even
like.
a she.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe it's a man.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for coming. We'd love to have you play a couple tunes.
Yeah,
from,
we'd love
from
to.
the new album. What were you thinking?
Well, we were thinking about one that is one of my favorite songs called "Against the Light."
Oh yeah, I
We were
like that
thinking
one.
about that.
I was just
and,
listening to that too. That's a great one.
We were thinking either which other ones were we talking about? Maybe
The Digger.
the Digger from
Mhm.
Dig.
Dig.
You have a video for that one too,
I
don't
do,
you?
yeah.
Where you're all like dirty and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I love that.
And
Your videos are really fun.
It Wouldn't Take Much. That's the brand new one.
Okay.
So whichever. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I like this song because it kind of sums up the feeling of beating your head against the wall, doing this over and over again, and like expecting a different outcome. And it's the definition of insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're on 3 for this, right?
We're doing Against the Light?
Yeah.
I'm on.
So I like it, and it's got the weird. It's like a 5. What is it? A 5/8.
5/4.
5/4. Then it goes to a 3/4.
Oh, that's
Just kind of like,
That's cool.
jarring.
yeah. It's funny because I come up with that stuff and I go, oh, this is normal, right? And he's like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
I'm like, it feels
That's
normal.
why it's
It's
good.
funny, my drummer from college was like, what the fuck? He gets so mad at me, I go 5/4 to 4/4.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
All right, so I'm gonna try to play real quiet so that they can hear you.
Okay. And I do have a little bit of delay on this. I have like this tongue wood.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you just play everything. Everything that gets recorded is going to be live. I can't mix it after the fact.
Gotcha.
Round and round this light keeps shining, moving me to chase you down, squeeze these veins. My heart is beating hard with fuel to make you love me, and I'm the fool who keeps believing you're the one to save me from this violent flapping of my own wings. Don't watch me beat myself to death against the light, against the light, against the light. Against the light, they promised so much, not with words but lullabies. You're swooning, swaying, swinging branches. My eyes reach, but you're too high. I'm flying in and out of light and shadows, calling me to sleep. These battered wings have carried on my back for what feels like centuries. Against the light, against the light, against the light. Round and round this light, I'm flying, banging loudly into the night, torn and broken but not beaten. I will throw myself again and again and again against the light, and again and again against the light, and again and again against the light, again and again. Against this light, against this light, against this light, against this light, against the light.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
A lot of energy.
Oh, wow. Great. You guys sound wonderful. It is very blended.
Isn't
I
it?
have trouble even hearing where you end and start.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's people have said about guitar playing, our guitar playing, they don't know what it kind of starts to kind of interweave a little
Yeah.
bit, so you don't know who's doing what.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
neat.
cool. It's very good.
Do you want to do the new one? The wouldn't take much.
Sure.
Let's do that one.
Sorry, it's a little hot in here.
Oh, that's okay.
You told me to turn the air off.
No, it's fine. I just want them to be comfortable. I guess you probably played in worse conditions.
This is-
Yeah.
This is fine.
Are you gonna play a little intro-y thing?
This passing train reminds me of the time we walked the tracks downtown and back. maybe down to San Diego. It wouldn't be that hard, just run up beside a train car. Jump in. I still have that picture, you and me at the southernmost point, home of the sunset, that buoy in Key West. My Polaroid's a little faded, I'm not sure who took that shot. We thought maybe you and I could just sail off to Cuba. It wouldn't be that hard, just and we could jump in. We were indestructible, nothing out of reach. There ain't no small town holding us down. Everything seemed easier for you and me. We were wide, wide, wide open from the tracks to heaven and from the sticks to California. It wouldn't take much for either of us to just jump in. You got older, but I stayed the same, right? College and jobs, and now you're dad to 3 young boys. You text me pictures, I send back emojis. Your wife thinks I'm crazy 'cause I'm still dreaming of running away. It wouldn't be that hard, just find me a train car. We were indestructible, nothing out of reach. There ain't no small town holding us down. Everything seemed easier for you and me. We were wide, wide, wide open from the tracks to heaven and from the sticks to California. It wouldn't take much, it wouldn't take much, it wouldn't take much. No, it wouldn't take much. For either of us.
That was beautiful.
Well,
These hams,
these
big
hands.
sausages.
It sounds really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
So this is called The Digger, and it's about finding yourself. Yeah, you know, digging deep, figuring out what you're all about. I do that all the time. Still haven't come up with anything, but
Keep digging.
I'm still working on
That's
it. Dig, dig deep, deeper and deeper still. Dig like you mean it and you need it more than anything else that you've needed before. The further down and the deeper you go, the dark disappears and the lightness will grow. Don't pack your bags yet, this might take a while. You've got layers upon layers to get through and file away. So dig when you're tired, when you can hardly go on. Just know there might not be anything, who knows what you'll find. But be sure to leave all of your fantasies, dreams, and tangible items you're used to far behind.
with a bang. So dig deeper still. There is no ending, beginning, bottom or top until the journey's been taken by many, and many have fought just to lose or to finally give up. It's a tumble through time, a scene only by you, in ugly and beautiful reflection. Dig deeper still. Thank you.
I like that song.
Thanks.
It's a great song.
And that wraps up another episode of Chasing the Muse. Stay in touch and you can listen more at broomwatr.com/muse. That's BROOMWATR.com/MUSE.